cars. I'll show you some stuff that I have been using for years and some stuff that I just got, but it seems to be pretty good. So you don't have to test them out yourself and waste your money on junk. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is the best jumper box I ever had. This is a DSR powered by Shoemaker. Shoemaker's a big company. This baby will jump start cars, period. Now granted, the little lithium battery ones are pretty good for a small few usages, but they don't have the power that this thing has. As you can see, thick cables, nice clamps. I have yet to find a vehicle that this jump starter couldn't start except for vehicles that had locked up engines. Because of course, if the engine's locked up and frozen and doesn't spin, you hook this up to the battery, you'll hear click, click, click. But you can't turn the motor over because it's locked up. This jump starter is a serious jump starter. I've literally jump started over a dozen vehicles with this, and it was still charging. And here's the cool part. This is a 120 volt plug. You just get an extension cord, plug this into your house, and it recharges it within a few hours. You don't have to worry about losing a charger. It just plugs into your house. You can also hook it up with a cigarette lighter, 12 volt. You can charge it that way if you want while you're driving down the road. It has 2,000 peak amps for starting it. My Matrix has a 550 amp battery and it starts it fine. Doesn't do it for 5 hours, of course, but when you're trying to start a car, you can put out that many amps to crank them over. Now we got a 350 diesel Ford tow truck. So hook it up to the battery, positive to positive. Got nice long cables too. Negative to negative. Now it's showing the voltage. Realize this is a diesel, takes a lot of cranking. You gotta warm up the glow plugs on this thing. See them over there. This one's kind of particular. You do it a couple of times, and let's see if this baby will start up. What they say, the proof is in the pudding. Well, hey, it's a serious jump starter. Now here's something that I tried out that absolutely stinks. These Optima batteries that are like snails inside. They're circular inside. You can see the little circular cells that are in there. They're spiral. Now years ago, these used to be great batteries. I believe they made them in Wisconsin or someplace, right? And they would go for years and years. I had people, they take them in one car, the car was a piece of junk, fell apart, they got it out, put it in another car, and they just kept using them over. But that's when they made them in Wisconsin. As you can see, it says distributed by Optima Batteries, Wisconsin. Whoa, Milwaukee. Yeah, but they're made in Mexico and they're junk. Years ago, they made a factory in Mexico. They still had one in Wisconsin. Right? And so they told the workers in Wisconsin, don't worry, we'll just build them in Mexico because we have too many orders from the rest of the world, from Europe, Japan, so we'll fulfill it with the Mexican ones. You'll never lose your jobs. And guess what happened? A couple years later, they shut down the factory in Wisconsin, moved it to Mexico. These batteries are garbage these days. Another mechanic here was telling me, hey, back in the day, we used to use them in race cars, drag strip cars. They were great batteries, but now they're junk. He knows it too. I'd buy them for people. They said they're kind of expensive, but they lasted. Then they stopped lasting. And I thought, is it me or is it the battery? One of my friends managed an auto parts store. So I asked him, he says, man, we get 8 or 10 of these back every week. They're absolute junk. So don't waste your money on modern Optima batteries. I'll tell you the truth of the matter. What's in my Matrix? I just put a Rural King battery in there. Haven't had any problems with it yet. It was only 59 bucks and it's working fine. Got a bigger trunk like this 3500 Chevy. Look, this is a $100 Rural King battery and need a little bit bigger one. But it works perfectly fine in this big V8. So rather than being mean and nasty, here's something that's worked for years. This is a Harbor Freight engine puller. Other than using the vice grips to make the shaft go up and down, right? This thing still works perfectly fine. Look, you can see the rust on this. This is still the original piston. And I bought this thing almost 30 years ago. People might poo-poo about Chinese steel. They know how to make steel. This guy's just putting an engine in. Hey, it's been a really good lift. Even the bolts are still pretty good, which is amazing for Chinese. You know, you think they'd be all rusted up now, but hey, they aren't. Even the pin's still in good shape. Realize if you're gonna pull engines, you gotta have something like this. And they're not that expensive. I bought that thing, it was on sale at Harbor Freight's for a whopping $100. Now, it was a long time ago. I'm sure they cost more now, but it's never broken. It's still got the original wheels, and they still roll around quite fine. You ever need to pull stuff for that price? Hey, can't be beat. Because today, if you rent one, you'll pay more money for renting it one day than I paid for this whole thing. Right? And since it's all bolted together, you can easily fold it up. It's got the pins in the bottom. It folds up. It doesn't take up that much space. It's an excellent engine puller. All it is a piston and steel. Simple technology, right? Sometimes simple works best. Now, here's a scan tool that I'm trying out, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed so far. Now, you've probably seen my Autel that costs $5 grand. Well, this is 399 bucks. It's an OTOFIX D1 Lite. It's the same company. This is their lower end ones. I asked around, I said, hey, the screen looks the same, everything looks the same. It's the lower end of Autel. Autel likes selling really expensive ones to mechanics. Well, this one does a lot of the stuff that my really expensive one does for 399 bucks. There's a big differential between 399 and 5,000. Just plugs in like any scan tool. Here, babe, we'll push the start button so the idiot lights are on. But it's not starting. You can see it's already doing its thing. We'll do diagnostics. Not stinking, it's got the VIN number. You can see it's all set up now. And we'll do an all system scan. Now, it does take a little time. This is a $399 machine. My $5,000 machine is a lot faster, but for that price difference, so what if you got to spend another 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes doing it? You're saving a bunch of money. I've tested this thing out against my Autel. That's 5,000 bucks, right? And they both got the same exact data. It's just that this one took quite a bit longer to get the data because, hey, it's smaller, it costs less, it's got a slower chip in it, obviously, less memory, but it still gets the job done. And that's done 100%. You see it's got quite a few codes. This is a used car that's been through the washing machine. Got 124,000 hard miles on it. It is a Civic SI, the manual transmission. But being a Honda, the engine and everything's fine. It's all crazy electronic stuff that you expect is going to be going on in a car that somebody's obviously done some modifications to. Active damping system has problem. We'll see what those are. Is that the active damping system has low voltage and a bunch of stuff. But this thing's had the battery switched out, so heck, it could just be that. If the computer gets too low of a voltage, it'll trip codes like that, so I'm going to reset them all. And take it for a little spin. The only one that didn't reset is the low tire pressure. Well, this is my grandson's car. Hey, he probably doesn't have air in the tires. So we'll check the pattern. I haven't driven one of these in a while. Ah! Came right off, look at that. Hey, the shifter's in Japanese. So I guess I'll just have to guess. Okay. Oh, here we go. It makes a lot of noise. It's turbocharged. It's a fast little car. And he's got a goofy pop-up valve. So when you hit hard, you can hear the turbocharger popping. There it goes. Cheek cheek. Makes a little noise. Makes it a lot when he drives it because he drives like a maniac. And it tells you the tire pressures are low because that system's broken, but what the heck. It is a zippy little car. Look out, crows. It's a fun, there it goes. You heard it hiss. It's a fun little car to drive around. Drive it around a while, see if any of the codes come back. All right, fun little car. We'll put it in gear. We'll push the stupid electric parking brake. I pull it, okay? And we'll turn it off. And lo and behold, none of the codes came back except for the low tire pressure one. So all those other codes are because the battery got too low. So there you have it. Things that work, things that don't work. So you don't have to waste your money buying stuff that's junk and wondering, does that work, does that not work? Now, if you're really serious about working on your car, I do have to say, that is probably the best $399 scan tool I ever got. In that price range, it does an awful lot. And it's not some run-of-the-mill junk. Autel's the company that really makes the stuff. It's all Autel technology in it. And in that price range, I'm kind of blown away. So now you know, some things work, some things don't work. Some things made in China are okay. 30 years I've been using that motor puller. Cherry picker's been working for all those years. It was made in China, right? But the Optima battery made in Mexico, that was junk. Hey, there are things out there that work good and there's things that work bad. I'm here to test them out for you. Do you know anybody that has something that they like? have them contact me, scottykilmer@gmail.com. Whether they send me one or tell me about one or contact me with the company, if they want to send me one, I will try it out, no strings attached. I don't charge anything. I just honestly test them out because I hate getting ripped off, and I hate other people getting ripped off too, which is why I had to show that Optima battery. Junk, it's going to the junk pile next, because I used to like those things, but today, no, they aren't any good.